Good afternoon, my name is Suzanne Sprinkle, and here's my Module 1 for Data and Assessment. So a little bit of background information. There I am at a Royals game with my family. My husband and I have been married for 13 years, and we have 3 girls. We have a 10-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 5-year-old. And let's see, so my work environment, I work at a 4A school here in Kansas. I'm a Spanish teacher at a high school, and I have grades 9 through 12. My work experience, I am also a co-sponsor for our National Honor Society at that high school, and I'm a co-coordinator for the Kansas Honor Flight Wamego High School program, which is in the top right-hand corner. Just this past year, my school is piloting a program called Leading Together, and it's off of the Courage and Renewal to Teach, and it's kind of sponsored by one of them, and so I'm on that Leading Together team. And then just this past year, I was also voted the Kansas Teacher of the Year for our district. So lots of fun things coming up this next year. So in our school district, the process to analyze data really starts with the curriculum director, and she gets all of that information and then starts to desegregate it a little bit, and then she takes it to the administrator team, which is comprised of all of the building administrators and of course our superintendent and the curriculum director. And they talk about the different assessments, and then the administrators take those that data and bring it back to the teachers, and then to use the data, they are ideally supposed to drive our PLC discussions. In the past few years, which I'll talk about in the next slide, it's been a little frustrating because we haven't had accurate data from the state in the past few years, at least in my department. So it's been really difficult to use certain types of data, so we're looking at maybe some creative ways to formulate our own data in which to drive our PLC discussions, and then of course drive what we do within our classroom through classroom instruction. So my personal knowledge of data is really just in the classroom. I really don't use a lot of state assessments, being that I'm an elective. So I definitely use formatives in my classroom, and the formatives usually drive the instruction in the classroom. And then we of course take the summatives, but there's no surprises on the summatives because they've already taken the formatives. And so they know what to expect, and it's what we've taught in class and what we've reiterated in class. So that's the type of data that I use within my classroom. I am part of the language arts team. So in that department, we use the ACT scores for sure, because they are something that we get every single year, and we have gotten every single year for a long time. We also use MAP testing in our district, and so we do have those scores available. Unfortunately, the MAP scores are only a small group of students. Not all of the students take the MAP tests. We do get reading scores, but again, that is only a limited number of students that take those reading assessments. They're usually our lower, I think 20% of students take those reading assessments. And then I am also endorsed in English as a second language, and so I have worked with the KELPA, the KELPA-P, and all of the new ones. They've changed the names a lot in the last few years. So my proposed plan to get better with data is to communicate with the curriculum director. She has a wealth of information on anything education, and so just talking to her about how she disaggregates the data and how she looks at it and what it means to her, I think is really going to help throughout this class. Then also continue education. This next year, we're really excited. We are going to be looking at different grading and reporting techniques and strategies, and so just reading up on ways to do this and analyzing that. I think the grading and reporting is a big piece of data that we use daily or weekly within our classrooms. So, and then also the PLC changes. Our current administrator is very data driven for PLCs. The unfortunate thing is that we really don't have a lot of state data that is coming down to us. We've requested it, and we just haven't gotten a lot of out-of-district data to use, but we're working through that. And so also engaging in the course, thoroughly reading the materials and working through each of the modules. So I hope everybody had a great 4th of July, and I look forward to working with you. Thanks.